Hey everyone, today we're taking a look at the SH Figuarts Gabimaru from Hell's Paradise. First we'll take a closer look at the details. Here's how he comes in the package. The hair is sculpted nicely. All the faces are done very well. The way they did the lines around the eyes I like a lot. For most of the body it's just this one kind of bluish plastic. Not a ton going on there. He's got the white belt for his feet. He has the white socks and then the straps for the sandals. Those are painted cleanly. All the hands have some paint where his little glove sleeve thing comes down and loops around his middle finger. He's mostly shiny all over. There's a couple painted spots right here on the hip. This is a slightly darker paint. His neck is slightly darker. Same goes for the forearms and hands and the leg at the bottom here that pokes out of the pants. I would say in person, maybe the majority up here, the shiny bits have maybe more of a greenish tone, and then these darker bits are maybe a little more bluish. So yeah, I would have liked to see some more paint on him, maybe some shading somewhere, but I don't think it's terrible for what he is. Now onto accessories. He comes with a yelling face, a more shocked open mouth face, a face for him to do his ninpo ascetic blaze, and a masked face. He also comes with this alternate neck piece, so you can pose him to look like he's pulling the mask up onto his face. So that will look like that. He also comes with an extra neck for when the mask is pulled up. Both of the necks have the hair sculpted on the back of them to allow for some more articulation there. And there's what he looks like with the mask and neck piece. You saw that in the intro as well. For hands, he comes with the fist hands in the package, a pair of gripping hands, a pair of loosely gripping hands, this pair of kind of style posed hands where the ring and pinky finger are more closed but the middle and index finger are outstretched a little bit more. Also on all the hands where you can see the inside of the hand, the little ring where his cloth piece would come and wrap up around the middle finger there. That's painted on the inside of the hand, which is nice. A pair of these hands where the index and middle finger are close together, the ring and pinky finger are close together and more closed. And finally, just one hand for performing the ninpo ascetic blaze that will go with that face. This last accessory is a sword that will go in the gripping hands. This is painted nicely. I don't know sword terms, but this back part of the sword is darker than the edge of the sword. I think that looks very nice. The handle has two different colors, a dark brown and a light brown, and he holds it in the gripping hand well. Now on to the articulation. I'll do the head and neck articulation both with a masked and unmasked head so we can see if the range is any different. So with the masked head he can look up this much, and down this much, and with the neck you can look down that much. The neck doesn't really let you look up any more than that because it was already pushed against the back of his shirt. You also get some head tilt and some side-to-side movement with the neck. There's a ball peg at the neck here and then a double ball peg in the head. The balls are a little bit tiny though, so I feel like if those were a bit bigger you could probably get better range. And we'll swap him out for the unmasked face, but you can see here the balls are kind of tiny. So here he is with the unmasked face, and the head will look up this much, down this much, and then with the neck you can look down this much. So maybe it doesn't really get in the way that much. I think it's got enough room in there that you can wiggle the head around, however. On to the arms. So for the arms, I believe there's a ball peg down in here. So the arm joint comes in and down and attaches somewhere in here that lets you pull that arm out and also waggle it around on that joint. But then coming up from that, hopefully you can see in here, there's a little ball socket. So the arm is on a ball that goes into that socket, and then connected to that right here is a ball hinge, so the arm can hinge on that. So you can kind of see in here how this socket, if it was just a regular hinge, it would just be straight up and down. But when we move it, you can kind of move which way that's facing. So that's why I think this is like a little ball socket in here. Then this is a soft overlay that you can adjust to cover up that articulation and hide this kind of ugliness. Like that. So, all that's to say, the arm can move up this much. Very good range in the shoulder there. There's a double jointed elbow. Not the best range on that, but that's mostly due to the sculpt of the poofy sleeve. Where this elbow connects to the bicep, there's a swivel there. Since there's a ball hinge at the shoulder as well, a swivel there as well, both on this ball hinge and then at the ball socket. So you can swivel the arm however you want at any point. If you swivel the elbow and then try to hinge it back into place though, it's going to clash against that sleeve, so you do have to make sure it's lined up right. At the forearm, there's a swivel where this forearm connects in there, and then the wrist is on a ball hinge, so also a swivel there, and you can pose the hand however you'd like. This joint inside does act as a butterfly joint, so you can bring the arm forward a decent bit, and this covers up most of the articulation in there. There's a little bit of gap, but it's not too bad. It also goes back. Oh, not that much. But now we can see for sure what's in there because I accidentally popped it off. So yeah, just another little ball socket in there and a ball peg. It goes like this. This overlay just has a little loop to keep it in place, and the loop is pretty small, so you get a lot of range from that, which is good. Okay, I got that back on there off camera, and there's how far back the arm will go. It's a pretty good range on the shoulders overall. At the torso, there's a ball peg at this upper part, so you can lean him forward that much. If you lean him forward the maximum amount though, this part at the back can pop out, so you have to make sure that that's tucked in. Lean back, not as much. He does have a little bit of side to side on that joint. Then there's another ball peg at the waist that goes forward that much, goes back that much, and a little bit of side to side. So overall, this is decent, but it could be better. I think the waist joint is limited a bit. Oh, there's actually a hinge in here. So one of these joints is a hinge, I think maybe ball peg, hinge, and then ball peg, because it can wiggle side to side on both of these, I think. Yeah. But still, I feel like you should maybe get better range leaning forward. Maybe if the ball pegs were bigger. I know SH Figuarts tends to do tiny ball pegs. Overall side to side range, also not a ton, it's fine. You could of course get better range bending him forward on the hips, but it's not really waist articulation. For the hips, they go out almost all the way. He has a swivel at the thigh, double jointed knees. They get pretty good range. Again, the poofy sculpt kinda gets in the way. The knees are like Super Boo's knees, if you've seen those. I think those are pretty good. Where the shin connects, there's a swivel. And then there are ball pegs for the ankles, so it goes forward this much, back this much. That's mostly because the foot is clashing into this little poof at the bottom. It is an ankle rocker that's pretty good, and since it's a ball hinge, you can pose that wherever. And he also has a toe hinge. For size and comparisons, Gabimaru is standing at just about 5.5 inches tall. Here he is with the other pro tags from the Dark Trio, Chainsaw Man from Chainsaw Man, and Yuji Itadori from Jujutsu Kaisen. If you're a fan of the Dark Trio, or have a favorite out of the three, let me know in the comments. For another anime pro tag, here he is with the amazing Yamaguchi Deku, and for a domestic 6-inch figure, here he is with the Black Suit Spider-Man. Gabimaru fights some pretty monstrous characters, so since we don't have any villains for him yet, here's the Cosmic Legion's Kragnar. And then for a NECA figure, there's the TMNT Michelangelo. And then finally, just maybe some characters a ninja would fit in with. Here's the Maestro Union Furry Planet, Master Wang, and Noto Toys Wukong. So overall, I've been having a lot of fun with this figure, but I also really enjoyed the manga and like the first season of the anime. The retail price of this figure is supposed to be $80, but I got it on Amazon for about $40. I just checked, it's still $40 on Amazon. So for that price, I would definitely recommend it if you like Hell's Paradise, or you think the figure looks cool if you just want a little ninja guy. For $80, I think that's a bit much. Maybe if he came with some flame effect parts, that would be a bit more enticing, but $80 is a bit steep for SH Figuarts these days. So let me know in the comments if you've read or watched Hell's Paradise, and if this is a figure you think you're interested in, or if you'll be getting any of the other figures from Hell's Paradise. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.